Hello, hello, hello. I was asked a couple times to do a quick tour of my Valentine's Day decorations that you can see behind me. I really only decorated my dining room this year, but I thought I would go ahead and just kind of show you what I did and give you some ideas. There's a couple of DIYs in here, and if I can find the video, which I know there is one, I will link it down below. So let me go ahead and show you my Valentine's Day decor. So if you have followed my channel for a while, you know that this is my main spot where I like to decorate for the holidays. It's easy, there's not a lot of stuff. It's got the two shelves, the top of the buffet. The shelves were purchased at IKEA. They were super long, so my husband actually cut them down. I don't know if you can see right here. And then because it's just really cardboard, it's like corrugated cardboard inside this floating shelf, we just wrapped it with some like lathing board, I think it's called. It's like the stuff that trellises are made of. It's really, really thin. And then I just painted the whole thing to match. So I have two of those, and I really like the way they look. I like that there's no brackets to bulk it up, but hopefully this year, this whole wall is going to be changing. So let's start up here at the top. I have these little X and O wood things. I made these. These are like a 2x4 that my husband cut for me. I painted them a cream color, added some stain over the top, and then gave them a little bit of a sanding. This was a craft night I did with the girls, and there's another set on the other side which I will show you. This right here, I love this thing. I actually saw this at a thrift store and it was $7, and I did not want to pay $7, so I left it. Well, the next day, I just could not stop thinking about it. So I went back and I got it. What I like about it is this part is kind of an odd shape. It's like an oval. I don't know. It's so pretty and so different. What I have inside is a candy box. That's right back there that I saved. And then this little Precious Moments thing was actually my wedding cake topper. And it worked out really well. And how I got it in there was I actually filled the top part and then flipped it over. You know, I put the bottom and then flipped it over so I knew it would all stay and not fall apart. The next thing I have is this little alphabet, I love you. Now, I'm sure you've seen this all over Pinterest. I believe that I have a video for this, so I will link it down below. Super easy, super cheap, would be great to do with kids. This is just a cute little plastic heart box. I want to say this is probably like from a Walmart. I got it at the thrift store to put candies and stuff in. I just love the shape and it sits so nicely. Then here is another DIY. This is just a canvas, like a really cheap 12 by 12 canvas, scrapbook paper that I glued to it. You can use spray adhesive or decoupage like Mod Podge. I think I did both. And then the letters, I think, came like this at Michael's, and then I just cut the heart out. And how I secured the heart, I don't know if you can see, it's raised a little bit, so I just put a little piece of that foam, like I guess you can get it in scrapbooking, it just raised it up, so I really like that. This is one of those Willow Creek statues. My daughter has a smaller one of these that was on her cake, and I actually found this at a garage sale or thrift store, and I just really liked it, so I put it there. An IKEA picture that I also got at the thrift store, and just some really cheap silk flowers. I would like them to look a little bit more real, but this is what I had, so it worked. I kind of wanted the white and red to see kind of follow. So there's a little bit of white, there's a little bit of red, and it just kind of goes, so I needed some red in there. And then there are my other 2x4 X and O's. So we're going to move on down to the shelf. This is just a heart that I cut out of foam core board and wrapped it with twine. And if you look really close, you can see I kind of did the bottom, just kind of followed the shape of the heart and glued the twine down, because if you don't, this wrapping, you would use so much twine. So I figured that worked for the front. This was also a craft night. I bought this cute little thing at the thrift store. Let's see if I can put that back. This frame I purchased at a thrift store. It is like from a reclaimed barn. I think this was the roof. And this is a postcard. I think it was from a scrapbooking pack. And at Christmas, I had a Christmas picture that I printed off the internet. So this is very versatile, and I just love the way it kind of fits in with my decor. My friend Amanda Wilkinson sent this to me. This is actually a soap dispenser from Bath & Body Works. But I used it so much, the top started to rust a little bit, and I thought, but it's just a cute little picture, so I put some more fake flowers in there, and I love little hearts. It just fits in perfect. So hey, thanks Amanda. This is a pedestal that I made, candlestick from Goodwill, spray painted it, and then this is just a little wooden disc that I got at like Joann, sanded it, stained it. And why I made these was I actually had found some of the glass dome tops, you know, like this, but smaller, and I took it to the craft store and I found this that would fit over it. So now I have this as a little pedestal, but then I can put a dome on it and do something else, so they're very versatile. I want to say this was probably $2, and I think I got the little domes, which you'll probably see in another holiday video, for like $2 or less, and I actually got 3 of those. Then I just have some cute little books purchased at the thrift store. I just really liked the way they looked. They're kind of vintagey. This is a 5x7 canvas board. It's not really the wrapped canvas. I cut hearts out with a hole punch with a heart punch, not a hole punch, from a book, and then just glued them, and then did 3 red scrapbook paper hearts in the middle. Again, white and red, white and red. These little hearts are from my Valentine's Day gift to my husband. I think last year I did like a heart attack. I heart attacked him, and I put these little hearts all throughout the house, and these little wooden ones, I had written something on the back. I hope that's not inappropriate. And then I hid them all over the house, and he found them, I want to say for the week of Valentine's Day. He found them in his underwear drawer, he found them in his lunchbox, and I just thought it was something fun and inexpensive. You know, we've been married since God was a boy, so we just like to do those cute little fun things. So here is another little pedestal with a glass dome, and I have a cookie cutter. I don't know if you can see that with the glare. One of the hearts that I made, and then I have 2 red cookie cutters in the back. And again, I kind of filled the top and flipped it over so I knew it would stay. I made this. This is a 2x6 piece of lumber that I just stained. I stenciled a heart on, and I glued this little key to it, and in the back it says, "You have the key to my heart," and that was a Valentine's Day gift. I think the same year I did the heart attack, I think there was kind of a basket. So here's another little heart. Now these are just the wooden hearts that I bought at like Michael's or Joann's. Oops. And then I just glued scrapbook paper to them, and then I actually used a nail file to just kind of see the edges are a little worn. And then this cute little teddy bear I bought at a thrift store. He actually usually sits in my room. He's just so cute. Look at his little expression on his face. He's just adorable. And then I was fortunate enough to find this red pitcher at the thrift store. I want to say it was like $4, but I've seen these in Home Goods even lately for like 20 bucks. So I really like it, and you know, I love red. So now down here on my hutch, I just took some more of those little hearts from my husband's little basket and just sprinkled them around like confetti. Then I have this little W, again, just scrapbook paper on top of that, and then I just have pictures of our family. That was Tony and I on a cruise we went to. Then here is all of us. I think this was a Christmas picture, but I love the frame. Says love, again, thrift store, less than $2. And then here is a picture of all of us when the kids were little. This was from my brother and my sister-in-law's wedding. Maureen was the flower girl, and TJ was a little ring bearer. Then just a white bucket, cheap, and an IKEA plant. And that is the little shelves in my dining room. Let me see if I can pull back and show you. The chandelier is always in the way, see, when I'm trying to film. But that's what my shelf looks like. And I left it up for the Super Bowl party. I thought it was cute. Plus the red kind of goes with the house. So I have one more little area to show you. So let me turn you around and I'll show you that. Okay, this little shelf is also in my dining room. I recently purchased this old record cabinet, and I'm using it kind of as a bar cart. I used to have a shelf here, but I just didn't like it, and it just looked cluttered, so I was able to get this on OfferUp for 40 bucks, and it is an absolutely gorgeous piece. I don't know if I'm going to do anything to it or just leave it, but I love it. Then on top, just some pictures. This isn't really part of my Valentine's decoration, but it kind of gives you, you know, focus of what's going on. Now this little shelf I have had for years. It used to be in a hallway, and I would put CDs and different things in there. I'm not 100% sure what it is used for, but I had given it to my daughter because she wanted to use it for a coffee station, which is actually a great idea. You could put coffee cups on these little hooks. But then she didn't use it, so she gave it back to me. So I said, well, I now have the perfect spot right above my bar cart. So in these little drawers, I have my shot glasses. I have some plastic wine glasses. I have some flasks, some just like, you know, drinking paraphernalia, shall we say, and some party supplies. And because the baskets are wicker, it's well hidden. So this is the last Valentine's Day area. I originally had bought this thing for Maureen, this pink with the doves, when she had her pink kitchen, and I thought it was really cute. They were newlyweds, pink kitchen, and I think she gave it back to me, or she was getting rid of it when she changed her mind. I said, well, give it back to me, I'll use it for Valentine's decor. And that's usually when she gets mad at me, because she's like, well, I didn't want it for its use, and then I tell her, well, I have this use for it, and she goes, well, then you can't have it. I'm like, sorry, you already gave it to me, it's mine. So I just have it up there, and it's actually, can you see, it's on two little plate stands. That way it's good and stable. Then I just have one of these bears that I made into a ring bear. I bought this at thrift store. I think it's like a Boyd's bear. I'm not 100% sure. I gave him the little bow tie, and then this little thing holds the ring. So you untie this and you would secure the rings here, and then the ring bearer would have a little teddy bear to take down the aisle. But it didn't sell, so he's sitting right there on my shelf. Then lastly, here's another heart that I made when I heart attacked my husband, and then just one of the little roses. So that is the last spot that is decorated for Valentine's Day. All right, well, that is all my decor. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of short, nothing super fancy. I wanted to say thank you to all of those who went and followed my Facebook page, Finding Kelly Ann, and my Instagram, Finding Kelly Ann, after my last video. I've just had so many comments and I've had so many likes. I want to thank you so much. I just love talking to you on a daily basis. I've actually made several new contacts and several friends from social media that I talk to every day. We message each other, and it's just great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please thumbs it up if you liked it. Subscribe if you have not, and I will see you next week in my next video. Bye, everyone.